Good evening. It's late Monday and not long before I'm in my cot. 4 o'clock start this morning for a busy day. Had a great new client visit in Springwood in the middle of the mountains this afternoon. And I do love what I do. It's so exciting. Young woman, she had been to a number of different experts inquiring about a resolution of a jaw issue. And it's just, I can't get over how much fun I have and how satisfying it is for the individual, for the client, because when we went through her story, the narrative, and actually picked out all the key elements, the jaw was, I believe, at this stage, a consequence of other things rather than an event in itself. And so when we look at the body through the body's own logic and understand why the body's doing something given what's happened to it in the experience from an early age, then it's kind of inevitable. And so there's less sort of it's less weird and hard to understand and more, well, it's pretty logical given what has happened to date. So when I'm talking to you and talking about the concept of body logic and decoding the body and understanding it, it's built on 30 years of experience where you find a questioning thread, and when you drive down through that thread and ask a series of questions that actually begin to reveal what you want to focus on, sometimes the answer is just sitting there like like an object on a table. It's just that no one's been quite looking for that. So we'll do a lot more investigation work over the next few visits and actually understand the details. But that individual left feeling really excited and hopeful, because when we were able to talk about the experience, the events that have happened, and I was able to predict what other experience she's had in the body, that actually gave her a greater sense of confidence, and that what I was talking about made logical sense when I can actually predict what else has happened based on what she's told me and what I'm observing. So it's kind of fun, makes it really an enjoyable practice, and it's great to give people hope and give them a sense that there's an answer for them once we get to the bottom, changing hands, it's getting heavy, get to the bottom of what is driving the thing that's concerning them most. So I might keep you updated on that in a depersonalized kind of way, because that will be one of those interesting cases. There's many that we deal with that actually are, well, I guess people's experience and often what worries them most, and then if we can help them get on top of it, then energy's released and they get on with life, and there's more things that are satisfying. So that is sort of the only piece of really interesting information this week. I'm in week 2 of the MI40, Ben Palkowski's ketogenic training and eating. Was it week 3? This is week 3. And had a really great workout this morning. What's interesting, this is an interesting something that I'd be interested to people to comment on. I've noticed that my training's been a wee bit sort of, but nothing much. Going and doing stuff and lifting reasonable volume, which is usually going up on the body space tracker. But this program is focused on sort of on some days quite heavy weights, low reps, and on other days lighter, a bit more volume. But what I'm sort of intrigued by is that given a template to work with and some guidelines, I'm actually using a lot more weight than I was a few weeks ago on the same lifts, and it felt like it was heavy previously, but it's actually not. So I'm really fascinated by how the mind, given the right focus, can really achieve remarkable things with apparently no much other physical change. If anything, eating keto and carbohydrates being low tends to actually mean that you hit the bottom of the fuel tank a little bit faster. So I was feeling a wee bit 20-mile marathon sort of hit the wall a little bit just at about 35 minutes, which is just as well because I wasn't staying much longer because I had to go to work. Anywho, anyone doing similar things, please leave a comment and we might track results and give some feedback discussion that will help people follow through with things they start. So, nearly 6 minutes, that's long enough. I trust you all have a good evening and a great week ahead. I'll speak tomorrow and we'll discuss something new. Keen for anything that you would like to understand better, please post questions in the comment area below and I will look at it and see if we can make some sense of it together. Okay, all the best. Bye.